Okay, I'm going to the University of Minnesota, and I'll be in the College of Biological Sciences studying cell and genetics.
I'm going to school at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Go Warhawks.
I'm going to the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
I'm going to Emerson College, which is in Boston, and I'll be studying comedic arts and political communication. I'm going to be literally 10 minutes away from Aaron Sandy, a.k.a. 4 stops away on the train. That was 5.
I'm going to school in McGill University in Montreal, Canada.
I'm going to University of Iowa for creative writing and chemistry.
Next year, I'm planning on doing a double major in fisheries and wildlife conservation and public policy at Michigan State University.
I'll be attending Case Western Reserve University next year. I'm planning on studying electrical engineering and computer science, and possibly a pre-law track as well.
I am going to major in intercultural studies at Trinity International University in Deerfield, Illinois.
Okay, I am going to Baldwin Wallace Conservatory of Music, and I'm actually going to be studying musical theater there.
I'm going to Boston University, and I'll be 4, right? I'll be 4 stops on the train away from Noah Johnson.
I'm going to be going to Kenyon College in Gambier, Ohio.
University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
I will be attending the University of Vermont in Burlington.
I am going to the University of St. Thomas next year.
I am going to UW Milwaukee for musical theater.
I'll be going to Tulane next year.
Next year I'll be going to Princeton University to study bioengineering and global health policy.
I'm going to UW Platteville for industrial engineering.
I'm going to Middleton University for musical theater.
Favorite memory.
That's hard. This is a hard question. I need more time.
Give me a hot sec. You can edit this out later.
Was
Recording me like struggling.
My best drama club memory was probably hanging out with Steve-O during the Music Man and gossiping in front of everyone while they were practicing, because I wasn't in most of the scenes for the Music Man. It was pretty fun. It was a good time.
Drake's wig, obviously, for Mattress. I don't know. I can't get that ever out of my head, so I guess it's stuck there. That's my best memory.
Favorite memory? Monday night tech week of Hairspray. All the headsets broke, and we just had to scream backstage like, "Main rag, go!" And no one could hear us, and it was really bad, and everything fell apart.
My favorite memory was going to state for Putnam because everyone was sick and dying, but it was still a beautiful experience.
Got a couple. So my costume in Crucible, it was so comfortable. Shout out to the costume ladies, Noah Johnson especially.
My best drama club memory would have to be freshman year during Music Man. It was after Denny's, Friday night after the show, and so that was my first tech week, so we were all exhausted, and Christy Chang, who was a senior, love that girl, she was taking me home, and so it was like 1 a.m. because like he forgot to bring my food, no big deal, and so we start to turn onto Greenway, which is like the really big intersection, and I'm in the passenger seat, and as we're turning left, I see the median on my side of the car, and I'm like, Christy, she's like, "Ow, crap!" And she pulls a U-turn, gets into the left turn lane, pulls another one, and the whole time she's like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I promise I'm a good driver. Tell your parents I'm going to Harvard."
My favorite memory from drama club is probably every strike that I've been a part of.
When we sold out the PAC for Hairspray, and we were like getting chairs and filling it in.
I think my favorite memory is freshman year when I walked into my first day of rehearsals at Love Labor's Lost. Bridget and I think it was Annie just came running up to me like, "Holy crap, are you that guy playing Costard?" Like, "Yeah," and they hugged me, and it was really nice. It was my first show, and it was a really nice, welcoming thing to drama club.
The Minneapolis trip freshman year, because that was a really good time, or just Hairspray. I mean, like that whole show was incredible.
Probably going to DC my sophomore year with drama club and choir. That was amazing.
The DC trip was pretty awesome, and the Music Man and the 1X.
praying to Thespis every single night and having Charlie never pray to Thespis, and he would always pray to I don't know, and we would all like make fun of him, and it just made me really happy. And then we would all do like our C, like Charlie's being oppressed. I don't know, we were all nice to Charlie. It's all right.
One was the drama club trip where we went to DC, specifically when we had to drive overnight. Right after eating deep dish pizza in Chicago. Oliver and I didn't feel very well that trip. I'll just leave it at that. And then other one was when I couldn't open the dodgeball bag in Hairspray. That was a fun time.
It was probably freshman year in my very first show on the Razzle. The senior at the time, his name was Steven, and he picked me up in the middle of a dress rehearsal and carried me into the bathroom screaming. And we were both just screaming, and everyone was freaking out outside, and we were just like playing it off as a practical joke. That was pretty fun.
Going to state, putting the entire state of Putnam in a truck, driving there, setting it up, performing twice in a row, and then putting it back in a truck in 3-foot snow cover. Yeah, that was an adventure. And I was losing my voice too, and I still somehow was able to sing, so that was fun. That was fun in hindsight.
During like a Wednesday crew for Music Man, when I was painting like a green bench with Liza, and I don't know, I just remember feeling like super included during that time, and like really cool, because I was hanging out with a senior, and I was like, I'm cool, you guys. I'm painting this bench green with a senior, and it was really fun.
Either Don Quixote or Don Cornjote, because it was just a fun gathering of friends, or the first callback during Music Man. It was a really good experience because everyone was so accepting, and it kind of made me feel at home in drama club.
Probably my freshman year. I remember one time we went to Liza's house, and it was just me. I was the only freshman with a bunch of upperclassmen, and we all just like sat in a group and just talked for a few hours. And I just felt like really welcome and included, and it just felt so nice to be like a part of something.
Probably my favorite memory was we were backstage during Mattress, and I was sitting with Gabe Dando, and there was a bunch of people around, and I just wanted to hear him say Gabriel Finch, so I was like, hey Gabe, like, what's your name? And he goes, Alexander Hamilton.
My favorite show is probably a tie between Putnam and Peter and Wendy. I can't choose.
Probably Hairspray.
Hairspray or Pippin, because they were both very, very fun, very different, challenging dance-wise, but overall it was just a blast, and I love both of the casts.
My favorite show was Putnam County Spelling Bee. That was hilarious, and the show was high quality before we even got into it, and there were some really great people acting in it, so it was a lot of fun.
Can I say like Life in the Fast Lane? No, I'd say Pippin, just because of that was like the first show where I had a big role, I guess, and I really liked the themes going on in Pippin. It was just like a really original show, so Pippin, I guess I'd say.
Definitely Crucible sophomore year, a really tight cast, and I think it was just a really fun production to be in.
My favorite show was probably Hairspray. I guess every show was incredible, and I also really enjoyed Much Ado because it was my first Shakespeare, but the feeling of a sold-out crowd is unforgettable.
My favorite show has to either be Putnam County Spelling Bee, just because that's just like the funniest show I think we've ever done, or Much Ado About Nothing, because I really enjoyed doing the costumes on that show.
Don Quixote or Putnam County Spelling Bee, because I got to fight swords in Putnam, and I got to punch juice boxes in Putnam. Wait.
My favorite show was Hairspray. I really liked all of the music, and it had a really cool set.
My favorite show was Hairspray.
Because I got to use swords in Don Quixote, and I got to punch juice boxes in Putnam.
Putnam, I should say Putnam, but in my heart it's actually Music Man, because that first scene, I was the only one in the entire play that said the phrase, the Music Man, and so I'm still holding on to that.
Favorite show, Crucible, for sure.
The Music Man, The Last Illusion. I don't know, that's about it.
The Merchant of Venice, because it's just a classic, and the crew involved was really fun.
I mean, I might have to throw it back all the way to Razzle, even though it might not have been like the best show in terms of not everybody loved it. But just like my freshman year was my first show, and just like that was like the beginning, like the first thing, and so that's probably my favorite.
Probably Putnam. Getting the chance to go to perform at Whitewater is pretty great. Yes.
It's probably either Much Ado About Nothing, because that was my first actual show. It was just really exciting for me to do that. Or Music Man, because that was, I don't know, or Music Man. Yeah.
Favorite show would either have to be Music Man, my freshman year, or Once Upon a Mattress, this last one.
Hairspray or Once Upon a Mattress.
My advice is never give up.
Know when to have fun and when to be serious, because drama club, like, naturally is a fun time, but it's also a seriously cool art, and so it's only as cool as you make it. So, like, love every moment of it and never get tired of what you're doing.
Well, definitely come to crew if you are an actor, just because getting both sides of the show, getting the acting side and the crew side, it really makes you more well-rounded in the club, and it really gives you an appreciation for the people who are strictly crew, because they do so much for the show that just being an actor you don't quite always understand. So I'd say that, plus we can always use the help.
Remember that everyone's on their own journey, that everybody is going to be at different stages, and everyone's going to be looking for different things in drama club, but be accepting and be welcoming to all aspects of the club, you know? Like, there's going to be people who want to go into this for a career, and some people who just really love to do costumes backstage. So just welcome every single person that comes through. Yeah. Shout out to Leo Rossmiller. I don't know, he's just like the cutest little thing ever. He's an extremely fashionable young man, and I also really believe that he has become a role model as I've watched him these past few years. He's really starting to become an upperclassman, and I'm really excited to see how he does in the next few years.
Take risks, because I know when I was a freshman, I just thought I was super lame on stage, and that kind of held me back. And so just don't afraid to do whatever on stage, because people aren't going to assume things based on what you do on stage, because you're acting a different character. I guess my mistake is that actually put in your crew hours if you did them, because I always, like, after every crew there was a giant line to put in crew hours, and I just told myself I'll just put it in tomorrow, and then I never did, and that's why I'm not thespian. So rest in peace me.
Don't pet the sweaty things, and don't sweat the petty things.
Just audition for everything you can, even if you don't think you're gonna get in, or like you don't think that you're gonna get a good part. It doesn't really matter, because I mean, you might as well try. And like, there's a whole thing about like the experience of just like auditioning, or like just trying to do crew and going, and just be as involved as possible, because that's what makes it fun, is like having all these friends and like just doing everything with them and just putting all you have into it.
I'd say just like get involved in anything and everything you possibly can, even if you don't think it's like something you would normally do. Just at least try it, and then you can know that that's not for you. You know, that applies to like drama club and just high school in general. Like, even if it's like, oh, I want to do the sports, but I'm involved in this thing. Do both. You can do both, I guarantee.
Advice, come to crew. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of stuff to build the set and make things look pretty, so you should come help out.
I would say to talk to people outside of your friend group, like in drama club and outside of it, because it's just, you want to know everyone, and just in drama club in general, we're like a family, and you gotta like know everyone, and it's really helps value people and make everyone be better actors together.
Prepare for your auditions. Possibly. Prepare for your auditions. Be nice to everyone.
This is gonna sound so cliche, but like, keep trying, because I mean, from my personal experience, I auditioned for 7 shows. Yeah, 7 shows, and I didn't get into any of them for 7 times, and I felt so bad, and I felt like I was a piece of crap. But then for Much Ado About Nothing, like, I finally got in, and I remember just like that feeling of joy of like like my hard work finally paid off. And yeah, I would just say keep trying, because like if you don't, then you never get to like have that fun experience. And being part of a show was so worth failing 7 times. Like I wrote my college essay on this thing, you guys, like, and I got in. So
Don't get discouraged if you don't make it in the first couple shows, because there's always more than one chance.
Okay, advice to people who are in drama club right now and at least got one more year. Just get involved in any way you can and communicate with the people that are in drama club with you, because they really care about you, and encourage your friends to join. And then life advice in general, coming from this 17-year-old who knows little to none about anything, is just find what makes you happy and stick with it. And I truly think that all of you guys will be happy in drama club, so stick with it.
I would say try out for any show that you want to, even if you don't think that you'll get in, because it's still a good experience and you might surprise yourself.
So my piece of advice would be to put yourself in like every position that you possibly can, to always be a part of a show and to always be helping, whether that means asking the hair and makeup girls if you can do hair and makeup, or asking if you can do spotlight, and just always coming to crew. And also don't hide under the set, because it'll make people really upset unless you get to be in the mattress.
Get your crew hours in. Even if you have more than enough crew hours, it's still good to contribute and help out. And audition, because when I was a freshman I auditioned and I didn't get in, and I was really discouraged. But keep on auditioning.
If you're an actor, keep auditioning no matter what. Just always audition. And if you're a crew, just keep coming to crew. Always go to crew. That for an actor too. Always go to crew.
I give my shout out. Oh, he's not here. Well, I'll give my shout out to Tim and Brennan, because they've been doing lights and sound for I think all 4 years they've been here, and I think not many of the underclassmen know that they're students and they're graduating, and other people are gonna have to take their place, and I don't know how that's gonna look like. I just always seen them behind the. They just done great work. I mean, I just don't think they're recognized enough. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Jasper and Catherine for giving me life during mattress.
Shout out to Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi.
Shout out to Claire Onefield for being an assistant.
Shout out to Leo Rossmiller. I don't know, he's just like the cutest little thing ever. He's an extremely fashionable young man, and I also really believe that he has become a role model as I've watched him these past few years. He's really starting to become an upperclassman, and I'm really excited to see how he does in the next few years.
Well, shout out to Emma, because she's sitting right there. Love you, bae.
I would shout out to John. I love you, John. John, come here. John. Love me, John.
Oh, it's okay.
John's mean to me. He never shares my love.
My shout out goes to Tess and Catherine Ferrante and Ronnie, because I love them with all of my heart, and I know that they're gonna succeed so much, and I'm gonna miss them.
Shout out to Jack Thompson, because you're cool. Shout out to Olivia Larson, because I edited your paper that one time, and even though you didn't get an 100%, which you should have, it was a good time.
Shout out to Isabel Roden, because I don't know, I feel like I remember meeting you, and it was like during a Don Quixote crew or something. It was really fun. I don't know, and I just felt like you were a really cool person, and I've seen you grow a lot these past 2 years, and I don't know, you've changed into a really great person. Not like you were a bad person before, and you've developed into an even cooler person, and I can't wait to like check in a year from now and like in 2 years from now and see how much you've grown. And yeah, I don't know, I like you a lot. The end.
Shout out to Catherine Ferrante and Declan and Lou and Tyler and Isabel and Emily for being in my play and contributing your wonderful talents. I really, really appreciate it. The play probably wouldn't have been as good if you guys weren't in it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to the seniors from 2 years ago, when I was a sophomore, because I don't know, I just feel like looked up to all of them. A good group of kids, and yeah, pretty insightful group of kids.
None of them are ever gonna see this.
I know. It's fine.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I just wanted to shout out J.J. Meyer and Cole Drusba for making a wonderful musical for Fine Arts Week. Love you, Bay.
Shout out to Katie for being awesome and inspiring me, and Amanda because she's amazing. And Cole and everybody.
Shout out to Gabe Dando, because he is great. Also, shout out to. And I can shout out to whoever I want. Shout out to myself for being so great.
Cheverini, what up? Get a Facebook so I can contact you.
Shout out to Zach Roberts. Hey, that's pretty good. And that's all.
Shout out to Peter. Thanks for being my assistant for the last couple of years. Look forward to seeing you growing up in Middleton Drama Club.
Shout out to Caitlin Machina for being the bomb.com.
I'll throw a shout out to Catherine for spending like 8 hours during the last illusion just running lines backstage. Leo Ross Miller for always being flexible.
Hey guys, I see you zooming.
Shout out to my homie Gabe Dando.
Even though, please don't put that in there.
One. Oh, well, that's sad.
Okay, we're done.
And just shout out to I'm done here. Please let me go.
No, it's not McGrill. It's McGill.
Say bye, Noah.
Oh my God, stop. Guys, it's been a pleasure being an officer for 2 years, and I hope that you all don't miss me too much.
You all better miss me like so much, cause I'll miss you.
Don't do it.
The Real Slim Shady, Macklemore, JJ, President Obama, T-Pain.
Peace out, Drama Club.